Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for clicking on another one of my videos. I finally got the engine out of the FJ, the engine that I broke in Sand Hollow a while back. It's been a while. I've been busy fixing other people's cars and stuff, but I'm supposed to go to the Rubicon Trail next week. Today is Wednesday, and I leave for the Rubicon Trail next week on Tuesday. So a little bit less than a week to go. And I've got to get this new engine in here and make sure it all works well enough to do the Rubicon. After getting the old engine out, I was able to find a little bit more damage that was done. Right here to the block, you can see there's a hole right there in the block. This is where the flex plate normally is, and that is why there is a puddle of oil right there in the transmission bell housing. So yeah, this block is definitely not reusable in its current condition. So in the last video, I introduced the new engine to you. This is out of a 2015 4Runner. My FJ Cruiser is a 2010 FJ Cruiser engine. It's the same 1G RFE block and heads, but there are some differences. For instance, these things right here have to come off. This water outlet housing needs to be changed because it's different than the one on mine. And I need to get rid of this oil filter housing and put on my my custom fitting for 2 lines that go into my relocated oil filter. You remember I did that because this oil filter hanging down gets in the way of the front axle. Get rid of this, and so got to get some stuff off of here and switched over to the new engine, and then I should be able to get it in. So there's everything that came off of the engine that I don't need. I've got an extra power steering pump, which is great. I actually have a lot of extra parts now, but this oil filter housing and all this secondary air stuff, and my water outlet housing that doesn't match up. Mine doesn't have these 2 hose connections right here. But yeah, there's my oil filter housing bypass adapter, and then that, and I cleared off all the secondary air stuff, and I'll have to replace this because on this engine that's broken off, but other than that, I should be ready to go in. right, well, I think I've got it all back together. We're about to find out because I'm about to start it up for the first time ever. Hardest part of the whole job was plugging in the upstream O2 sensors, I think. Slightly facetious, but also partly true. Yeah, so we'll start it up, see if any liquids come squirting out, or if this engine that came out of a salvage yard is a piece of junk. Hopefully it's not. Sounds great. I'm gonna shut it off and get all my fluid levels to the right level, get my coolant leveled off, and then we'll take it for a drive. I'm actually gonna move it outside because you may recall when the engine broke, for some reason a bunch of oil went into the exhaust, and so now there's oil smoke coming from when the exhaust is heating up. So I'm gonna move it outside, let that burn off, and watch for fire. I got my fire extinguisher handy just in case some of that oil ignites. That would be really bad, and it probably won't though. But it's gonna smoke it up in here, so we'll move it outside. You can see oil got on my exhaust heat wrapping, and so that's smoking, but not too bad. Everything else looks really good. See some oil around my tailpipe. There's smoke coming out of the exhaust because there's oil burning off from inside the exhaust. But it's running great, so once all that oil burns off, it's gonna be good as new. All right, so let's take it for a little drive, see how we do. My windshield's really dirty. All the normal lights on, except I don't have a check engine light yet, which I normally have because of all the things that I have unplugged, but hasn't figured it out yet. Well, I'm pretty happy about that. Drives great. Drives as well as it ever did. Still got the old motor sitting here. I'm not going to get into a teardown of that in this video just because I don't have a lot of time. I've got to get the FJ all packed up for the Rubicon. That's a serious thing. We're on the trail for 2 or 3 days, so you got to have all your stuff, be prepared out there. So yeah, I'm going to spend the next little while getting ready for that. Got to get my camper ready, and then drive all the way out to Northern California. The Rubicon's going to be a little bit of a different experience this time, I think. There's still quite a bit of snow in a lot of places. No, it has not been run all the way through yet. In fact, the first place we normally camp hasn't even been gotten to. But there's a big event there this weekend, so hopefully people got rowdy and plowed through the snow so that we can get through. It's melting quickly, but we'll see. Should be a good time. Thanks for watching today's video, and we'll see you on the Rubicon.